All right, we're getting ready to set up our path. For the next sequence of jumps. Let's see, we are currently in Colonia. So 13 should be 750-ish light years away. If anybody curious why 750, I basically took the distance from one outpost and divided it by by 4, because it was over 3,000 light years, just over 3,000 light years. I couldn't divide it by 3 to get 3 equal jumps or 3 equal distance waypoints. So I divided by 4. It turns out to be about 750 some odd light years per in distance for each or between each of the waypoints. We can only route 1,000 light years at a time. So instead of having 3 very long waypoints and then 1 jump at the end of it, I just split it up into shorter ones. Doesn't really matter. I had my lunch and I've had something to drink, so I'm feeling refreshed. I'm just gonna try Nightbot here and see if Nightbot will listen to me. Okay. Does it work directly in chat? Okay. It's alright. It's a little experimentation here, just hang on. What about this one? Alright, well that one works. Alright, so it's just a game and title then, that probably doesn't work. So, we're onwards and forwards with our trip to Colonia. Technically, I guess this trip is for the next outpost. We're not gonna reach Colonia today. I don't think I can last 5 hours more. It's gonna take to get there. I wish there was an effective way of I wish there was an effective way of sort of estimating Right, I have that. I have a way of estimating how many jumps there are left to Colonia. What I don't have is a way of putting that on screen and having it automatically update with each jump. That would be really cool. As I'm not aware of any third-party software that will tell me where my PlayStation 4 commander is and when a jump to the next system takes place. I don't see how I can automate that. What I would need would be a program that would, at the push of a button or key, would subtract a number from another and write it out to a file, and then OBS could display the file content, and you would have a countdown of how many jumps were left. That would be an interesting project. But not really something that I can hack overnight. So by the time I would have written that, I'd already be at Colonia. I can't really do any manual updating because that means I have to slow down more than just a single key press in order to update the number. Alright, so we're gonna go in scoop. Got a scoop here, get some fuel. As we're traveling through the Kluku sector. Um, I was also looking over the configuration on my ship. I can eke out another 5 light years on the jump distance, almost 5.5, by swapping out some of the stuff to drop the weight. And still have a shielded explorer. Still would be cool if we could track the progress here with any kind of third party, just to see on the galaxy map where we are and how far we traveled. And the only way we can do that right now is to go in here and say visited stars, and then zoom out. There should have been a trail of stars. I guess the dots are so small you don't see them. That's really weird. That is interesting.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think I'm gonna keep a little bit less fuel in the tank. As it gives me a little bit better range as the weight drops. With the fuel scoop and with the fuel scoop and only jumping to scoopable stars, I should never be in a position where I risk running out of fuel. The only thing is 15. It doesn't recalculate based on a changing fuel load. So I think it's all assuming that you'll always have a full tank. So it sets it at whatever is your jump range with a full tank. One way of getting around that is getting a smaller tank. one size down would be going from 32 tons to 16 tons. And the loss of 16 tons of weight the loss of 16 tons of weight should really help out. See, now my jump range is 32 light years because my fuel tank is half full or half empty if you're that kind of guy.
Frameshift drive charging.
That arm is getting really bright out here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's really interesting to see how the horizon is kind of changing as you're jumping towards in our case towards Colonia. So the target for my new mods for the Asp Explorer would mean a smaller power plant, a smaller power distributor, a bigger fuel scoop, and dropping the shield boosters and dropping all but the class 2 weapons. I don't like to be without weapons. I know they're it's not likely that I'll run into anybody out here. I'm 13,000 light years away from the bubble. I expect 95% of PlayStation 4 players, maybe 90, to still be in the bubble. Although I don't know, I really have no way of knowing that, but I'm just thinking that most people would be swimming around in the bubble making money. There is money to be made. Just doing what I'm doing right now, just jumping and scanning and jumping and scanning, just, you know, really quick. I'm not sure if it in amount per hour. Is it gonna match what you can make in the bubble? Absolutely not. In order to do that, you would have to stop and do detailed scans of, you have to scan every astronomical object in all the systems that you're running into. That way your scans will be much more valuable. Okay, I'm gonna drop down to 250. And I'm gonna scoop up a little bit. Temperature seems to be fairly stable. I do have this one piece of software which is called SNAS. SNAS is a lot of counters. Okay, not that. Not that.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay. Alright, there was nothing useful there. Ah, that's not true though. There is useful stuff there. It was just nothing like what I was looking for. What the holy... Alright, so that's what happens.
Heat sink deployed. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so that's what happened when you lose focus. You cannot hyper jump from
3, 2,
being too close to the sun.
fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright. Oh, we got our focus back.
Fuel scooping.
We can play the game.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Let's see. thought we had a paint issue there, but I might have fixed that at the last base we were at. Alright, we're out of the cookie section, whatever that was. And into the Blua Hippue. Blua Hippue. I wonder if these names are pronounced like Hawaiian names, where every vowel is pronounced. It is kind of funny sometimes listening to what the ED Discovery voice voice packs, how they, well, not voice, the voice packs onto it, the text-to-speech in Windows, how they read some of these names. The voice packs is just ways of tying an event to a specific voice output. And one of the very helpful things with that is the voice output will tell you when it's the first time you've entered a system, so you know whether to scan it or not. Gotta check email from my wife. I need glasses to read email on the phone. Alright, here we go. Coke. Hello. Gonna scan this one, see what's up. And another 16. I'm gonna check and see if anybody else have claimed this one. There's no name on it. I guess whose name is on it now. Assuming I don't die. Alright, and that button, and that button.
View scooping. View scoop disengaged.
Alright, we gotta get jumping.
Shift drive charging.
Alright, I'm gonna slow down and do a long deep scoop here. And this time I'm not gonna engage the hyperdrive from in here.
View scoop disengaged.
Alright, that's roughly half a tank.
Frame shift drive charging.
Alright, I did jump the gun on that hyperspace, but we're safe.
4, 3, 2, 1. View scooping.
And do another. Good scoop here. It's gonna get a little hot. Alright, I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna bail slowly. As we're kind of keeping it under 80. We're good, but now we're getting hardly any fuel at all.
Disengaged. Frame shift drive charging.
Alright, so we're actually done with the first first section here. That looks like an interesting start. Gonna come to a full stop. No more destinations there. We're gonna scan the star. I'm gonna ping the system. It's a binary system. There's nothing but these two stars. Did we score on this one? No. Dalton Cornelius beat us to it. I am not flying all the frick over there to scan that one. Look at that. Alright, so galaxy map. I already set up all the waypoints out to the thing, so we're gonna do 14, which is 744 light years away. We're gonna plot a route. And well, starting on the next segment. So there should be about roughly 1500 light years to the next depot outpost. How many light years out? Alright, I am 13,400 light years from Quince. Quince is probably what, 300, 200, 300 light years outside the bubble. So I'm starting to get some distance. You know, even if there wanted to be any stream snipers right now, you're gonna have a hard time catch up, you know? If you're in the bubble, you gotta travel 13,000 light years just to catch up, and in that time I'm long gone. Not that I think any of you would, but... Yeah, we passed halfway in the earlier stream today. So I'm not gonna get there until tomorrow. We can have another look at the numbers and see what we are actually talking about here for jumps. I can have EED Discovery calculated for me too, if I really wanted to. Let's just get around this star. Alright, so galaxy map. Colonia is way over here. Yes, engineering, we do have engineering. It's all more emails from the wife. Didn't seem too important. Yes, the and I didn't notice this before. It actually puts in bookmarks in here for your engineers. Elvira, Felicity, and Todd the Blaster McQuinn. I was like halfway to Colonia before I bought Horizons, so I didn't have the choice to engineer up my drive. So I'm running with a stock 5A frameshift drive. So that's why my range is only 30. So I forgot what it said for Colonia. I got kind of distracted by the engineering thing. Let's have a second look. Colonia is 8,350 light years away. So we still have a few jumps left. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna get there until sometime over the weekend. I don't know. I don't stream on the weekend, so I might just jump to within a few jumps over the weekend and then stream the arrival at Colonia. No, I'm not really looking for anything else right now. I just want to get there. I forgot to bring a lot of crap, so and I can't really go back and get it. So once I get out there, there's a few worlds around there I can, or a few systems around there I can pop in and pick up some of the stuff that I missing, reconfigure some of the stuff I have. And then I can improve my jump range for the return trip. Still doing pretty well on making money on these, just jump and ping. I do stop every now and then to scan some stars and not others. So there are a few discoveries in my name. Got 30 or 40 or so, I guess. Earlier in the previous stream. I didn't count them all. I do have that a little bit saved on a video clip, so I can look it over and write down. Yeah, I started the way to Colonia, and then I was like, damn it, I should have gone to Sagittarius instead. Then I figured, oh, I'll make 2 trips, and I'm like, well, no, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm probably gonna do some sort of like a triangular trip here, where I go from the bubble to Colonia, from Colonia up to Sagittarius A, and then from Sagittarius A and back to the bubble. Although I don't really technically need to go back to the bubble, I can go anywhere.
Fuel scooping.
Although, you know, there's nowhere to go. I'm trying.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I still have
Frameshift drive charging.
over 1,000 light years until I can get repairs. Beyond what my field maintenance unit can do.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I wasted one heatsink on foolishness. I only got one left, so there's no room for error.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I did find one water world earlier.
3, 2,
May have been yesterday off stream. I think I ran across a water world, but I haven't been scanning too much in systems. I'm not in a hurry. It's not a race, but I'm kind of trying to hurry it along a little bit. So I'm kind of I'm jumping with a destination in mind. I'm not.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm not just jumping around to scan stuff. I can leave the exploring stuff for later. There's plenty of time.
3, 2, 1.
Although it is almost a shame to, miss out on some of these. Oh, we're running low on fuel. We gotta break. Alright, so we're gonna
Fuel scooping.
take it a little bit easy here. We're gonna get in and fill her up. I want to try and stay in this general scoop range, 250. Somewhere where the temperature doesn't go up too much. Should be able to almost fill it up on this pass. This is also one other thing that's on my list to get a bigger fuel scoop. I did play around on the Coriolis website to reconfigure the ship. So I set it up the way I have it. I made sure that all the values lined up with jump range and everything, and then I went through and I changed some of the modules to smaller ones or lighter ones, or as the case is with the weapons and shield boosters, I took them off. So the Asp Explorer has 6 hard points for weapons, and I am currently carrying 4. I have two class 2 beam lasers and 2 class. Oh wait a minute. I have 2 class 1 beam lasers and 2 class 2 multi-cannons. And I'm not gonna be running into that fierce a battle out here. So I think I can tone that down a little bit. So I'm probably only gonna be carrying the class 2 weapons going forward. I think that the setup I had was for 1 multi-cannon and 1 beam laser. It's gonna cause strain on my poor power distributor, because that's gonna get downsized. It won't have too much capacity, so that beam laser is gonna bleed it dry pretty quickly.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so we're about halfway to the next halfway point, so to speak. You're gonna leave my chair alone, dog. No scraping or biting on my chair. So once we get down in single digits, we could possibly just switch straight to the next waypoint. It should be within reach, give or take a jump. Not sure if you're really saving any jumps on that in the process, but there really isn't much any way of finding out. So let's do another few jumps. We'll get down to what, eight remaining, and then we'll see if you can switch over to the last waypoint. So we can have a better grip on when we're getting to our intermediary destination. Because I'm pretty sure yeah, the next one is no. How is that possible? Alright. Where's my stuff? Okay. Great. I should have seen that. Should have seen that last. Alright, so that one, a KST D331 is only 11 jumps away. D331. Gagarin, Gate is Crew, Hypia, KST D331. KST D331. Okay, that changes things a little bit. We are 13 jumps away from 13 jumps away from the outpost.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, that makes things a little bit more fun. And we can actually see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's only one outpost after Gagarin Port. Gagarin Point? What's it called? Gagarin Gate. And that's Polo Harbor, which is another like halfway between Gagarin Gate and Colonia.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1.
We gotta keep remembering to honk when we come into a system so we can get as much scanned as we can without actually scanning it.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping.
Alright, there's no line around this one. Gonna have to eyeball it. No problem solved.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
It's really weird. So there's those lines, those are the orbit lines, and they just happen to be parallel to the horizon. Like all the stars are above it and all the darkness is below. Well, not all, but you know, come on. Close enough.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
So I've not done a lot of detail scanning on the trip. From Sakaquawea. Jeez,
Fuel scooping.
I'm butchering that name. To Gagarin Gate. So
Fuel scoop disengaged.
not really expecting a huge
Frameshift drive charging.
a huge payout or anything here. Well, we did get a good chunk of cash last time we cashed in. Yeah, we were like we almost got 10 million credits on the last cash in or sale of cartography data.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, like I think it was 9.8 million credits I got out of that with bonuses for first discoveries and all that. I was working on scanning a whole system off stream yesterday. I think I'd scanned everything in the system except for one. I was speeding my way out to the last one, and then the game crashed.
Frameshift drive charging.
That I think is the first time it has crashed for me on the PlayStation. I just said it basically timed out talking to the servers, that's all. This is a blue star. I'm gonna stop here. Scan and honk at the same time. There's another star over there, so this is binary system. And we're gonna check and see. Open system map, see if somebody else got this one first. Yeah, Moody Man. Alright, that's okay. What?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
That was weird.
Frameshift drive charging.
I wonder if other people are specifically going after certain types of stars when they are exploring, or if they're just saying, I'm gonna, you know, scan everything between here and there.
Fuel scooping.
I know we're getting close. I wanna. Pick up some gas, anyways.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
This is another blue-white star. We'll stop and have a look at that one too.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Alright, that one's also claimed.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, we got 2 more jumps and we'll get the outpost.
Frameshift drive charging.
And then we can plan
3, 2,
the next trip out to Polo. What's it called? Polo Station.
fuel scooping.
Oh, this is
Fuel scoop
the
disengaged.
last one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Last one is a short jump. Of course, if you really want to scan, you should do the economic jumps and just, you know, basically visit everything along the way and scan it. But that sounds a little excessive. Alright, so here we are. Gonna go visit the nav beacon. got some. Oh, look at that! There's a lot of stuff here. Well, we're gonna pop in onto nav beacon. We're gonna get all the data on this system from it. Almost there. Okay.
Scan detected.
All right.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? There's an anaconda in here? That is usually the only thing causing a... Oh. I guess it could technically be...
Ready to engage. Frameshift drive charging.
It could technically be that type 9 as well, I guess.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But anaconda is bigger than usually the ones causing a mass lock. Almost a mass lock, so you can't jump out. So Gagarin Gate is we're gonna do a victory loop here. Because we want to come in from this side. So Gagarin Gate is planetary, so we're gonna, and for some reason it's on the dark side. That is gonna complicate matters a little bit, but not much. And I meant to do that. Gotta be careful and not come in too hot.
Orbital flight engaged.
It's a little hot. Um, 0.4 Gs. Doesn't really matter much. It's very little. We're also high up at this point, so there isn't. The gravity is going to increase the closer we get. So it might be, I don't know, 0.45 when we get down there. We're getting really close. We're getting really close. Oh yeah. Alright. With a docking computer, you don't have to worry about the G's at all. And also with the flight assist, of course. I'm going to reset the PlayStation's internal recording so I can just save a clip of me selling the data. That way I can keep track of
Landing gear deployed.
easier what I discovered and what I did not. Seems a little busy here. I'm not sure why the default is looking up like that, but there you have it. So there isn't any my paint work is down to 68%. That's alright. Alright, let's see what we got. 1.5. So we got 31.9 right now. Let's call it 32. Makes for simpler math. Here's a few firsts. And a few more. Alright, that's only one. Alright, so that was only 3 million. That was not a whole lot. No missions here. No passengers here. No commodities to speak of. I'm gonna do a little inspection here and see if we got banged up. There is some spots here and there where the paint is messed up, like right there on the corner. Right there on that edge. Pretty cool details. Yeah, and this edge too. So now we're going from Gagarin and out to there. Polo Harbor is the name of that outpost. It is 3,396 light years away. My calculator says 3397 divided by 30 equals 113 jumps. Okay, so 3397 divided by 4 equals 850. People have been playing for 4 years and they still have stuff to do. Have you gone looking for the hold on, Ancient Guardian mission? That's something you can do. That will earn you millions and millions of credits. There's 101 scans you gotta do total for the mission. It sounds like. Not gonna spoil more than that for you. There's a lot of scanning to do to get some stuff from the Ancient Guardians. It pays a crap load of money. Alright, so here's one of those funky ones. I didn't see this last time. So I'm gonna skip this one because I don't need it. I can just jump straight from that one to that one. So let's see, can I go in here and say import? And then take 5 and delete. All right, here we go. I only have 33 million, I think. It's well, while it might seem like it, well, it is. I guess it is essentially a game about collecting money, but it's also it is a game about doing what you want to do. Uh, let's see, where are we? We are at 14, so this is number 15. So, I mean, if you feel you've done everything in 4 days, then, you know, there isn't anything. Yes, I did collect a bunch of money from the Acellus Primus community event. It ended early because we completed a $30 billion credit goal. I didn't collect for the other community I was signed up for. Eravate, I think it was. I left on my exploration Wednesday afternoon, so I didn't collect that yet. I still have 6 million credits outstanding for that. Hopefully it will still be there when I get back. 152. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, the hauler may not be the I don't know. I would have to go on the PC and check it out. I'm 13,000 light years away from that. Um, so you can't sell them? You can't get into the community, the commodity at all? That sounds kind of weird. Why would they have uh, why would they have put that on lockdown? But I mean uh, that's part of the game too, though. Is that and it says so in the guide that you know, changing status or state or whatever may affect the game, and um, that's just the way it is. Oh. Is there anywhere nearby? Someone is doing a UA bombing on the station to stop the event. Oh, that's nice. I'm not... I don't know what it is. Okay. All right. So, UA bombing. All right. So, okay, UA bombing. There is an item called an unknown artifact. And what some people can do is sell multiple unknown artifacts on a station, and that will shut down services because of how the unknown artifacts are working. Yeah. So, I don't know, Choctaw Flute, you may just wanna, I don't know if you can just hang out for a little bit and, you know, come back in a few hours and see if things are back to normal. Because it sounds like it's just some douchebag that's sabotaging the event for everybody else. So yeah, just I shouldn't be the one to say this, but you know, take a break. I'm pretty much playing this all day, so I think in the description of the 351, in the description of the events, and we can look at that in a minute. I just want to finish putting in the waypoints here. In the description of the community event, it does specifically list UA bombing, and let's see. So that's 17. That's that one, and then 107 is KSSC 2959, which is the last one. All right. That should be plenty of bandwidth to stream, but I got 6 megabits up and 100 down, and downstream doesn't matter. It's only what you can push up. All it has to do with is what you're configuring your system to push out, and that's done in the settings on in OBS, which I cannot look at now in the middle of the stream. I thought there was somewhere else that I had set something for streaming. But yeah, it really shouldn't. You shouldn't have an issue with that. With that speed. All right, so I did get I do have all the waypoints in here. I can get out. Starport services. All right, now I'm done reading on the screen. I can take that off. Mission board. Community goals. 17,692. All right, so if you read the last line before the current tier rewards, like at the bottom there, it says, be aware that faction state changes, UA bombing, and other disruptive events can negatively impact markets and station services. So, well, that's the combat support. It doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. It's the same warning on all of the events saying that UA bombing and disruptive events, la-di-da-di-da. So I guess with a hauler, you can't really do the combat support. So you're kind of out of luck. With combat support, you can go in and you can collect bounties and whatever, and then you can restock bullets, whatever you want, and go back in, and as long as you don't sell your bounty vouchers, you're good to go. So if it's a UA bombing that's taken out, what did we say it was? Damn it, I don't remember. Mission board. 17,692. 17,692. Uh, 17,692. Alright, so I'm 14,592 light years away from there. State lockdown. So, yeah, something's definitely happening. If you want to keep doing stuff, you can dump your power generators in Asterope, Pleione, or Maya. they'll probably sell it. Whether you sell it at a profit, I don't know, but you can at least sell it there and you can do other stuff. But yeah, this is a little bit outside of, it's a little bit of, this region is a little bit outside the bubble, so bringing stuff in there is going to be a few jumps. If you have the money, consider dumping your hauler for a Cobra, maybe Cobra MK3. You can outfit it for cargo or combat, and maybe do something else. I know that the promise of getting a huge payout from community goals may look like a lot of money, because you're like, oh, I get 16 million credits. It's like, well, you can make 16 million credits in 2 days if you work on your own. Or, like I said, the ancient artifact thing that I put in chat a little bit ago earns you hundreds of millions of credits. I think it's supposed to be a very, very profitable thing, and there's cheaty ways to go about making more money out of it. But it is a lot of jumping. It's scanning in multiple systems, and they all many light years apart. It's all on the outside of the bubble. But if there's no risk, it's no fun.
Landing complete. Dispatching ground crew. Welcome to the port, Commander. Detach confirmed. You may depart when ready.
Alright. We're gonna set sail for... what's it called? Marco Polo. Polo Harbor. Polo Harbor.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think it's really weird that you're mass locked
1. Engage.
in some areas, but not while inside the atmosphere of a planet. So we should be getting out of the atmosphere soon. I guess I could go straight up. Alright, we should be getting kinda cool how that red faded as we exited the upper atmosphere. Alright. We are heading towards our next target, which is Polo Harbor, which is Nue Kuai, which is 850 light years away. That's exactly 30 jumps. Let's have a look at where we are with Colonia right now. Colonia is 7,863. I wonder if you can bring this back, and instead of going there we can go straight to Colonia, and I can't read that. Why is the print so small? There we go. 7,863. All right. They disagree about the number there. It says 72 here and 71 on the PS4. With about 30 light years per jump. $262 jumps. So these are all the jumps we'll be making. Sort of. That isn't entirely correct because here I am filtering on stars. So that I will only stop at scoopable stars or very special stars. Let's include protostars and carbon stars too. Don't just exclude these protostars as T-Tori. I don't want those. LT, Y, and protostars can't be scooped, so I don't want those. Well, that looks like some sort of a nebula, huh? So we still have some ways to go. We're gonna follow up along up to here, and then there's the last bit. I'm not sure what that is. I got some more waypoints up here. Those may be waypoints from before. And Colonia is over there. So this is the stretch we've done. This is a stretch of neutron star highway that I put in. I didn't end up flying there. But this is essentially the way we've gone, and this is the bubble right here. Alright, so we've flown all the way over here. I know it's a little sig and a little sag, but and now we're here, and we still have a ways to go. So 260 jumps, roughly. That's 260 minutes. That's like 5 hours still. And it's 3:30. I can't do that. I think we should schedule the arrival at Colonia for a Monday stream.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
And then once I get there, we'll work on finding the parts I need for the ship. Hopefully I can get it all. I haven't checked that out yet. I just particularly need that bigger fuel scoop. That's gonna be the big change. I would like to... I'm sure I can sell my weapons, even if I can't buy new ones. And if that's the case, then I'll just I'll sell two and reorganize the other two if I have to.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, I don't know if there's an issue there or not.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so jump and honk. Or ping, as I say.
Fuel scooping.
It is much more of a honk than a ping, but if you've seen the Hunt for Red October, you know what I'm talking about with the single ping. If you haven't seen Hunt for Red October,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
go see the Hunt for Red October.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we're just making our way towards Polo Harbor. I'm not sure if you're gonna get there today. It's 30, 60, like 90 jumps to get there.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Hello.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
So I've still to run into any of those special stars. I think it will see more of those when we get closer to the center of the galaxy. But it hasn't really been
Fuel scooping.
something that I've been actively looking for, but none have popped up in
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I never seen any on the galaxy map. Let's see if we put it over there. Now if I turn all these off, see there's no carbon stars, wolf-rayet stars, and or white dwarfs showing anywhere. There's nothing. Oh, gotta get M2. So yeah, I think they are probably rare around these areas, and probably more prevalent in towards the center. That creaking noise isn't really and filling me with a sense of security here. We know the ship is okay, we just patched it up and made sure it was. Everything is tip-top except the paint. I didn't fix the paint.
Frameshift drive charging.
I anticipate changing the paint scheme when I get to Colonia. Anyways. So I don't want to spend 10 credits on fixing the paint. Just kidding. Doesn't have anything to do with the credits. There's that creaking noise again. I'm gonna stop here and explore. Damn it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Slow and deep and get some fuel here. Gonna get a little hot.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
It's gonna creak on every jump now.
Fuel scooping.
Does not exactly instill confidence in a ship surviving hyperspace.
Fuel stick disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. Well, there's 2 more stars here. That one is pretty far away. This one is closer. Let's see if somebody got here already. There's no names on this one. There's no name on that one. It doesn't say how far away that one is. Well, boys and girls, it has my name on it now, if I survive.
Fuel skipping.
If I survive all the way up to Polo Harbor, just gonna have my name on it.
Fuel stick disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
So this is kind of like just a chill and jump. Chill, jump, and honk. And cruise. We're not doing a whole lot. We're not really supposed to be doing a whole lot other than just jump and honk.
Fuel stick disengaged.
Trying to get to
Frameshift drive charging.
trying to get to Colonia with some sense of urgency without it being without it being actually urgent. Yeah, it doesn't look like the dog is really into that.
Fuel skipping. Fuel skip disengaged.
Alright, so we're halfway on the way to the first waypoint. And there's 3 waypoints total. there's 4 waypoints. The last waypoint is the where Polo. What the hell is it called?
Fuel scooping.
Polo Harbor.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Yes. I tried that a little bit yesterday, and it's kind of, and I discussed it a little bit earlier in the earlier stream today. So, with the neutron stars, it takes me about 17 jumps to go 1,000 light years. Of course, that does vary a little bit based on, you know, locations of neutron stars and all of that. So I'm saving. I'm only saving a few jumps. I'm not saving a lot. I'm saving like, you know, 10, 12 jumps per 1,000 light years. But because the nature of how they work, I have to go into the galaxy map and manually do a bunch of stuff, and it all involves typing in system names on the PS4. Without a keyboard, you have to muck around with the pointer, and it's really slow.
Frameshift drive charging.
So that means that the 17 jumps to do the 1,000 light years is probably taking me longer than the 32, 33 jumps I have to do regular style, you know, just regular jumps. And it isn't because the neutron star highway is ineffective, it is because on the PS4 there is no fast way of getting those system names into the galaxy map. On the PC, you can copy and paste them from the planning tool, and you would have, you know, you'd have them all done in a matter of minutes. But not so here. You have to type them all in. I could probably hook up a keyboard. I think I have a Bluetooth keyboard I can get working on here. And that would probably be faster, but it's still just the fact that just opening the galaxy map is rather slowish on the PS4. Would still slow down the process some. So I don't think that I'm much slower this way than I would be with the neutron stars. This is relatively risk-free. Neutron star highway is not. So there's a cost benefit thing with that. With a longer range ship, you would get a lot more benefit from it. it seems I would get 4 times the range. It seems I've got about 4 times the range. I got 120 light year jumps out of the neutron stars versus the 30 I have, so that it's, you know, it is 4 times the range. So if you had an even longer range ship, you would get, you know, 4 times, you know, you would get a lot more benefit out of it. And at that point, the savings probably would be worth it. But as it is, there wasn't much in it for me. Yeah, I don't know if, well, I have a lot of USB cables. I'm not sure if you can even use a keyboard with this on the PS4. I should check into that, because I have a small Bluetooth / USB keyboard. Not sure if I could hook that up here. Then I could have at least the benefit of a few extra buttons for some basic operations. Would be a huge benefit. Yeah, I should get better range after my visit to Colonia. I don't know when you came in, but I can get an extra 5 light years out of my ship and still keep all the stuff I need. If I ditch all the weapons, I really don't want to, I can trim off another few tons and maybe get 6 light years out of it. And then we'll probably get more benefit out of the neutron star highway. I'm planning on getting a second maintenance unit, repair unit, or whatever you call it. Automated field maintenance unit is the actual name. So having 2 of those will give me the ability to repair the modules themselves, plus everything else on the ship. Because we are taking some damage from the neutron star highway. I was hoping to use that a little bit on my way towards Sagittarius from Colonia, so we'll see how that works out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I'm sure I could trim off even more to get more range, but I had to realize at this point I don't have access to any engineering, because I'm, you know, at this point nearly 14,000 light years away from all the engineers. Just with trimming the weights and maintaining all the stuff that I want on here, I seem to be stuck around 35.
Fuel suit disengaged.
I have the option of
Frameshift drive charging.
dropping the shields. Yeah, but you can't repair it. And they don't weigh anything. They have 0 weight, so they don't affect your jump range. So if you have a spot for one, you might as well put it there.
Fuel scooping.
And
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I need to do a fuel scoop, a good scoop soon. Also, synthesis. You need materials, and if you don't have those materials, you can't. So unless you spent the time in the SRV getting nickel, zinc, chromium, and vanadium, you have nothing. So it's not just that easy to synthesize.
Frameshift drive charging.
I didn't buy the Horizon DLC until I was like halfway to Colonia, so I don't really have the option at this point to do any engineering. I haven't had a chance to do any material hunt. Yeah, that's
Fuel scooping.
that's the plan, to trim down the size of the shields. I'm just gonna stop and get some fuel. And while we do that, right now I have a 3A. I thought I was gonna go smaller on that. Hold on. Yeah, I can. I just need some shields. I don't need awesome shields, so I can go down to a 3D on that. That's only 2 tons versus the 5 tons I have now, so that cuts back some of the weight. I can cut back to a maybe a 4D. I don't save anything on that. I can downsize the power plant from a 5A to a 4A, and that will save me weight. Alright, I gotta get out of the heat. So there's a lot of modules I can scale back and save weight on. The shield boosters are going to be gone. I have 2. I'm gonna get rid of both of those. I'm gonna put 1 heat sink. I'm gonna put 1 of those heat sink launchers on, so I have 2 of those, giving me 4 heat sinks total. I'm gonna get rid of all but my class 2 weapons. Downsize the power distributor. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Everything else is as lightweight as it can be of what I have already. So we'll be trimming some weight by taking off the shield boosters. That also reduces the power requirements considerably. The smaller shield generator also reduces the power requirement, as well as the smaller power distributor, which will allow me to reduce the size of the power plant. And then you can just leave this as an explorer. Well, you've done a lot of engineering on your ASP. Just, I mean, because just the improved armor is a lot of extra weight. Even if you just went with the low-end improved armor, that's still an extra 12 tons right there. So let's see, shield strength. I mean, they're not awesome shields, but for bumps and bruises, which will be the only thing I would really run into out here, it should be all the shields I need. Yeah, I've been using Coriolis for the same thing. I did set up my current configuration for the ASP Explorer, and then I started trimming back on that until I have what now looks like an extra almost 5.5 light years extra. And that's not, that should be the effective, not the, no, that's the max. So it's not a huge gain, but it is some gain.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I don't have access to engineers out here in the deep black.
Fuel scooping.
Oh, look at that, we arrived.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
We are at the Nua Kauai, and we are gonna go to Blafoi, which is 847.9 light years in this direction.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm sure if I did some more tweaking on
4, 3, 2, 1.
the weaponry, I could eke out some more jump range, but you know, it comes there. It's a comfort zone thing, I guess. I don't want to be. I don't want to be without shields. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Look at that. No name on that one. Did I did.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, every jump now that thing creaks.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright, so we got 27 jumps to go to the next waypoint. So we still got time. We'll see if we can get all the way to I keep forgetting what it was called. Polo Harbor. Polo Harbor, that's the name. It's a rather silly name for something in space, but For some reason, naval rule supply in space. Now I don't have this. I don't have the scanner yet, so I can't do surface scanning. I can just do I can do basic scanning of stuff, but I'm not stopping really to scan planets. Not on this run. I will sometimes stop and scan the objects, but I don't have the surface scanner module. That is one of the things I'm buying when I get out to Colonia. Oh, we can do some discoveries on the way out to Sagittarius A from Colonia.
Frameshift drive charging.
I only stop and scan every now and then. Usually I just do a jump and honk.
Fuel scooping.
We can stop at this one. Sib. La Foe Sib D63. It is a Class F White Star. Alright, so we I'm gonna hit the brakes while we're in here. Well, I made a few million on my way. I made about 20 million, I guess, on my way out here. Which I get isn't a lot. It could have been a lot more, but I wouldn't have been 14,000 light years out if I had stopped to scan everything around here. So we can check out the system map now. We can have a look. So that has no name on it, so if I check that in, that's mine. We can take a minute to scan some of these guys. The big ones. Yeah, but you went out for the purpose of doing that. I didn't go out here with the purpose of scanning everything I found. I went out here with the purpose of getting to Colonia in you know, a decent amount of time. So there's I don't want to do the 5-10 minute stop on every system I get to do this. Alright, so that's one. So this is kind of the lazy man scanning. With the surface scanner I get more info, I realize that. While we're flying, the only thing that looks a little out of the usual is that one and that one. The rest is just gas giants and ice bodies. Well, this one? Well, I wanted this one because of that one. Hold on, where is it? This one. Let's see what that is. Well, without the surface scanner, I'm not gonna get that kind of detail. I'm just gonna get, you know, the advanced discovery scanner is only gonna give you that much. But it is kind of cool when you drop out here and you find, you know, like a sun with no one's name on it, and then you can pick up all the planets and everything else. But that's not why I'm out here right now. So that I haven't been doing that much. Alright, so I'm gonna pick the big one because I can probably scan that from here. Ah, that's alright. I'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. I'm pretty good at Google. I'm sure the other planets are, or the other moons are probably better than that one because they have that half moon mineral thing on them, but let's start with this one. See what that is, and then we can take the other few moons around this gas giant. Later on. Come on though. It's not gonna get any scan until I get within like 10. Close enough. Let's see. We'll see what these guys say. They're probably icy bodies. I mean, this is what I would be doing if I were going exploring out this way, you know. But that isn't my objective out here at this time. Alright, rocky body. And that's the wrong map. So the only one we didn't scan out here is this one. Might as well get that done as well. At least for this gas giant. And once that's done, we're continuing our jump and honk.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now this is probably a star where you expect to find a water world or something else Earth-like. We can stop and have another look. Aw, this star is all by itself. That's the wrong map. That is not what I did! Stupid game. That is kinda rare to find a solitary star. Alright, I'm gonna super cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, there we go.
View scooping.
Alright, let's get going.
Charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, what is this? Email Friday?
View scooping.
Alright, I'm gonna... Okay. Oh, that's dangerous. Email program has a button that says quick reply. Thanks, I'll check it out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Send out a few of those and somebody's gonna catch on real quick.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so what's our goal? Our goal is to get to the next waypoint before the top of the hour. I got 20 jumps to do in 23 minutes and 40 seconds. No, not in that much of a hurry. All right.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I think we're gonna scoop a little bit deeper on the stars. Get a little more fuel out of each scoop. And we'll jump out as soon as it drops under 60% on the heat. But we gotta be careful so we don't get too close. Alright, so 60 and boom, jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, here we go again. Another star, another fuel scoop. I think I forgot to honk on the last one. Alright, that was pretty good.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so it's another red dwarf.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, we're still
Frameshift drive charging.
not getting enough to cover all our jumps, but we just need one that's aligned a little bit better so we can get a longer run around the sun. Okay, this one might work out better.
Fuel scooping.
Try and get in there and get over 300. I'm gonna go for a little bit. Roll out.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Again, I'm really missing ED discovery here, because she'll tell you how much you scooped and how full your tank is.
4,
You get verbal reminders every time. Every time you scoop, all the time. Always.
fuel scooping.
Again, 333 is the max.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Okay.
fuel scooping.
Whoa. Too fast.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, we're making good time.
4, 3, 2, fuel scooping.
Okay. Alright, I'm starting to boil. Let's get out of here.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know how much discovery data I'm gonna need for the next level on the exploring, but we'll take what we can get on our way out here. So there is a little ding sound. I don't know if that is just successful scan or completed scan, I guess, or if it is one of those congratulations. Right, we got like 11 jumps left in 13 minutes. Alright, that might be a little closer than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Should be good on fuel. Another Class M. These are really ordinary and very commonplace. Alright, we went a little early on that one. That's okay though. How many red dwarfs in a row?
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, that looks interesting. Okay, there's just too much stuff here. I don't want to scan all that.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're still on schedule to wrap this up by the end of the, about the top of the hour.
3, 2, 1.
And that's going to be the end of the stream for today.
Fuel scooping.
Just gonna wrap up these last few. Last few jumps.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
Alright, alright. It's getting a little hot.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
That was a little close.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift
Alright,
drive
and with
charging.
time to spare. Granted, we're not there yet. We still have 2 jumps after this, but we are gonna make it
3, 2, 1.
before 2100 game time.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop
Sometimes I think that charging thing is slow just to annoy me. Ah, kitty. Alright, we got one last jump. Yeah, one last jump. And we have a whole minute to go. Alright, kitty. Keep your teeth away from my toes. Alright, we're gonna get that one done before one solitary star. We did honk, right? Okay, I'm just gonna move to a minimum safe distance, and that's gonna be it for today. No streams on the weekend. I'll be back on Monday. I'm gonna plan that as a arrival at Colonia stream. So that will be the last few jumps, I don't know how many, coming into Colonia, and then reconfiguring the ship out there before moving on. So hopefully I'll see some of you on Monday, and have a great weekend. Bye.